Do you want mold and harmful bacteria building up in your hamster's cage? Spot cleaning is essential for keeping their habitat clean and healthy while reducing stress by preserving their scent markings. This video focuses on a light spot clean where I remove debris from the surface of the cage, something I do several times a week. I'll discuss regular spot cleaning, which involves removing soil bedding below the surface, and deep cleaning in other videos. For now, let's get started with this light spot clean. Right here is Strudel's multi-chamber hut, so right now I'm looking in his cork substrate bin for debris in there, and it looks good. So then I continue removing all of the objects on top of this platform. As you can see, Strudel likes to poop quite a bit on the surface of his cage. By sweeping this up, I'm helping to prevent buildup and reduce odors in his habitat, so I will do this multiple times a week. As you can see, the top of this platform is stained, which can happen with wooden platforms if your hamster frequently goes to the bathroom on them. I didn't seal this platform, but I have used this non-toxic sealer on some of my other platforms to help protect them, which works really well. Unfortunately, this one was already stained before I figured that out, so we're just gonna have to live with it. The cork pad on top of the platforms is great for texture, and it also helps protect the wood. Moving on to our second platform, I'm just going to repeat the same thing as I did on the previous. When cleaning platforms or accessories like hides, I use a vinegar and water solution. So I mix 1 part white vinegar with 2 parts water for an effective hamster-safe cleaner. This breaks down stains, removes odors, and sanitizes the surface without exposing your hamster to harmful chemicals. It's crucial to avoid commercial cleaners as many contain harsh chemicals and artificial scents that can be toxic to hamsters. These can irritate their sensitive respiratory systems or even cause long-term health problems, which we certainly do not want. I know the Clorox under the sink might seem convenient, but odds are you already have white vinegar in the cabinet. Plus, white vinegar is cheaper in the long run, and it's really easy to pick up at your grocery store. After you clean with the vinegar solution, wipe the surface again with plain water. This extra step helps prevent the cage from smelling strongly of vinegar. After all, you would not want to live in a house that reeks of vinegar, and neither does your hamster. Moving on to our third platform, this hide is a great example of another thing you can clean with the vinegar solution. Here I'm just removing the bedding that was pushed on top of the platform that was mixed in with the poop. Here I'm replacing Strudel's water. He has a water bottle, and I got him a new bowl to fill up with water as well. Although the rest of this routine I only do a few times a week, refreshing the water is something that should be done daily. So some hamsters will prefer a water bottle and some will prefer a water bowl. Strudel actually prefers both, but it's always good to have a backup. And, funny story, Chip, my Roborowski, threw a seed into his water bowl, which is not uncommon for him. He loves dumping all sorts of things in there. But actually, the seed germinated overnight. And so I come back in the morning and I see that the seed is growing. So I was like, wow, Chip, you started growing your own seed, and now I'm continuing to grow it because I'm super curious what he started growing. I go ahead and pick out the bedding in these substrate bins. just because I want it to be simply the substrate. And Strudel is a long-haired Syrian hamster, and with the long-haired hamsters, bedding often gets stuck in their coat, so they will end up dragging this bedding around the cage, meaning it is usually dirty by the time it arrives at its final destination. I typically wait to add more substrate in if it's needed until I do the regular spot cleans every week to week and a half, just because it would add excessive work that is not needed. The sandbox is often a spot where hamsters like to pee, making it an important area to check during our light spot cleaning. I use a sand sifter to remove clumps of sand where the urine has soaked in. This is super similar to scooping a cat litter box if you've ever done that. It's actually really convenient when they do pee in the sandbox, as it keeps the mess contained and is pretty easy to clean. However, every hamster is different. Strudel's very hit or miss with this. Some weeks he prefers the sandbox, and other weeks he pees closer to his nest. There was not much urine in his sandbox this week. Replacing sprays isn't something I do every few days. It just happened to be time to replace them today. Every hamster is different, so you'll need to figure out the right schedule for yours. Some hamsters might eat sprays overnight, while others might take much longer. So if your hamster eats them quickly, it's important to not replace them too often, as some sprays are higher in fat and less nutritious than other components of their diet. Hamsters like us tend to prefer foods that aren't as good for them and can develop favorites. Some will overconsume a particular type of spray, which can throw off their nutritional balance. Strudel eats his sprays very fast and often likes to bring the seeds down to his nest, or lair as I like to call it, so I wait before replacing them. Moderation is key to ensure they're eating a balanced diet and not just filling up on their favorite treats. Finally, give your wheel a good clean. Hamsters love to scent mark all over their wheel, which you will notice by a sticky trail of what looks like light-colored dirt. It's okay to clean the scent markings off the wheel because it's a high-use area that needs to stay clean for your hamster's health. Unlike the rest of the cage, which is their living space, the wheel is primarily used for exercise. If left uncleaned, buildup on the wheel can cause odors, bacteria growth, and make it hard for your hamster to run comfortably. So obviously Strudel needed a treat after his hard day of work. I went ahead and sprinkled some of his seed mix around his enclosure, and that is what he is looking for right now. He already ate his fruits and veggies this morning. That was one of the empty bowls we took out. These are some dried vegetables that I'm offering him. This is my light spot cleaning routine that I do every few days to maintain a healthy environment for my hamsters while preserving their scent markings and minimizing stress. I'll make another video soon on cleaning routines that involve bedding below the surface, but I hope you found these tips helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.